want to say cheers to the new year and to another episode of Wine and Myth Time.
Yes.
Oh my god. I was like, are we having an earthquake?
That's what I was thinking. Wine and Myth Time.
New year, new episode.
Yes. We're hoping to do more episodes this year.
Yeah. We've just been a bit busy.
Yeah, lots of travelling.
Lots of, life stuff happening. Now I've finished uni, so don't have to worry about that anymore.
Yes, congratulations.
Now I can get paid to do what I'm doing.
Yeah. Which is so exciting.
You've opened up your new business?
Yes, got a new business now going, and I've been busy with that. And you might notice that Whitney's not with us. She's been really, really busy with home life and work and things like that. So she's going to come in periodically when she can, and that's totally fine. So
yeah. C'est la vie, as they say, is what it is.
Yeah, so she might make an appearance hopefully soon, but it's just with her schedule, that's all.
Yeah. But you have us anyway.
Yeah, it's okay. So it's okay. It's okay. And we got Millie. Millie's a fill-in.
But she's on the ground. She doesn't want to be seen with us, which is totally valid.
Just like Whitney doesn't want to be seen with us.
It happens. It happens.
The rejection is real. Totally kidding. But yeah.
I'm not. I'm kidding.
I love the eyebrows.
The silence, like...
Okay.
If you're new here, Wine and Myth Time is basically just a bunch of girls get together, drink some wine and talk about myths, but not in a sense where like most people do, where it's like educational and matter of fact and all that. We just like to jib jab.
It's just a bit of like storytelling.
Yeah.
And I'm not drinking wine because I'm doing dry January. Yeah. So I got coffee instead.
Spill the coffee, sis.
Yeah, exactly.
So we like it's more of a like gossip between girls versus like a proper educational like this is what this is.
It's like those Reddit stories, like you don't know if they're real, don't know if they're an actual thing, but it's just a little bit like that, but instead it's Greek mythology. Yeah,
or just it's Greek at the moment, could go to any mythology, but that's what I'm interested in because I'm the one telling the stories.
Yeah, I mean we could go into like ghosty things. You never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. So if that's a bit of you, can stay, just keep watching.
Stick around. Yeah,
there's more where that comes from. With that being said, want to like reiterate, it's entertainment, not education.
Yeah, definitely. No, it's not always accurate. So yeah, I mean, it is mythology anyway. So
and it's things that it's not about like the correct and proper story, because with myth it's so like broad, there's so many different stories, there's so many different versions, so I just picked like the most interesting one and
the funny ones.
Yeah and it may not be the story that's totally fine, that happens, but it's the story I like, so what can I say?
Exactly. And I'm just here for the ride. I don't know anything about this kind of thing. So, I mean, I've seen like a few like Percy Jackson and what is it? Chaos.
Chaos is so good. Oh my god.
Loved it. And from our previous episodes, I was like, I know about that.
Like, wait, I know you.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a little...
The Minotaur? I know how you came to be.
Oh my god, so maybe it is like a tiny bit educational, but like unhinged education.
Yeah. It's just never going to be accurate though. No.
Yeah. Right, so with that being said, sit back, relax, grab yourself a drink, whether it be a beautiful Sauvignon Blanc.
Or a double shot of coffee that's almost run out.
Either way, enjoy.
Yeah.
We will be talking about good old King Midas.
Never heard of him.
Never?
That's okay.
I know you may not have heard of King Midas. Have you heard of the Midas touch? No?
No.
That's also... But have you ever heard of the saying, everything you touch turns to gold.
Yes.
There you go. That's from King Midas.
Oh. Every time I hear that phrase, I think of magic. You got the magic in me. Every time you touch that track, it turns into gold.
Oh my God, who sings that? Like
Pitch Perfect? I don't know.
Pitch Perfect.
The
verified Greek mythology fans.
Yeah.
Whoever sang that. Or is that MKTO?
Should I quickly Google it?
Yeah, actually. What? B.O.B.
B.O.B.
B.O.B. B.O.B. verified Greek mythology fan.
What is that?
B.O.B. You know, can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky? And like, what's that? I wish I was strong.
Oh, yeah. What happened to them?
No idea. It's just one guy.
What happened to him?
He's still alive. Bob, come back.
Is it B.O.B.? Yeah.
Bob. Come back here.
Where you at, Bob? We need another bop.
Bob, give us a bop.
Please.
And add more Greek mythology into your songs, please, because yeah, I knew you'd know. I knew that people knew that, but I didn't realize it was from B.O.B.
Yeah.
B.O.B. certified Greek fan.
Because that song was huge.
Yeah.
And then it made it into Pitch Perfect, which is like now what I think about a lot.
Yeah. So yeah, now you know where Midas got everything you touch, you turn to gold comes from.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that took me 10 years to get out.
Yeah, it came from Bob.
So here at Wine and Myth Time, we like to play a little drinking quiz game, where the questions, if you get the question right, I drink. If you get it wrong, you drink.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got 3 questions here for you. They relate to the story as well, so that when you're listening to the story, you get a better idea of,
yeah,
what some of these things are. Or maybe I just want you to drink.
Yeah, my coffee.
Yeah, maybe I just want me to drink, because these are
they kind of easy?
Yeah, a little bit.
I feel like you kind of need to go a bit easy on me. I don't know.
Yeah, usually there's 2 people, but now with 1 person.
Yeah.
I
feel kind of singled out now.
Yeah, I'm gunning for you. I'm going for it.
Shaking in my boots.
So the first question number 1. True or false? So 50-50, easy to start with. Is King Midas a real person?
True. It's
Final
false,
answer?
isn't it?
Final answer?
I'm going to just say true.
It is true.
He's a king.
He is. The myth isn't true, of course, it's a myth. But he was a real king. He was the king of Phrygia.
Do they have lots of fridges?
Wow.
Just drink.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take a drink for that.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That was bad.
Well, that leads me into the second question. What is the current name of the country previously known as Phrygia? Yeah.
Wait,
there's like how
can
many?
you say that again?
What is the current name of the country previously known as Phrygia?
France? No.
No. It's Turkey.
How was I supposed to get that?
Well,
that's not Greek. Neither is France.
It's close.
But still.
I know. I was gonna give you a little hint to be like, it's in the same area. But then I was like, nah, fuck you. You know what? You can have a drink of your coffee.
Oh.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah, if you had wine in there, I definitely would have made this harder. But anyway, I have a little thing here being like, the speculation is that King Midas was the founder of Ankara, which is the current capital.
Oh.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Fun facts with Brie.
The more you know.
And if I'm stuffing up this pronunciation, sorry, it's the wine. You know, that's all I can
could
say.
just be our accent.
Yeah, it's our accent. That's it. That's all it is.
Yeah, just the accent. Blame it on the accent.
Honestly. And the last question. This one, I think you might be able to get this. What is a satire?
A satire?
Satire? Satire.
Like satire, like haha? No?
Satyr. Satyr.
A satyr? Oh, a satyr. Do I actually... Is that
satyr.
That's in Percy Jackson, isn't it? A satyr?
Mm-hmm.
Is it like a monster thing?
It is in Percy Jackson. Sorry, I completely stuffed that pronunciation up. Satyr.
I feel like it's a weapon, but at the same time I feel like it's a monster thing. I honestly can't remember, but I've definitely heard of it before.
Do you want a hint?
Yeah.
It's in Harry Potter.
I don't know.
No idea.
Is it a thing?
No.
Like an object?
No.
Okay,
you're on the right path for a monster.
It's a thing. It's a being.
It's a being, yeah.
It's a being. Satyr.
And it was in Percy Jackson as well.
Like a centaur?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Centaur?
Oh my god, ignore me. It's not. It is in it's in Percy Jackson, but it's not in Harry Potter.
Ah!
I was thinking centaur. I was thinking ignore me. It's not.
So back to my original question.
You're on the right track.
So it's a being.
It's not in Harry Potter, but it's in
Percy Jackson.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Does it live in the depths of hell?
No.
Ah. I feel like we're playing Guess Who right now.
I could give you a really obvious hint.
Yeah, please.
Okay, it's in Narnia. I can't believe, why did I wrote here half human, half horse, but that's a centaur.
Yeah.
Sorry, blonde moment. The bleach has gone to my head.
Yeah, clearly.
And that's why this is not educational.
It's like a staff thing.
No.
I just give up. Just what is it?
It is a half human, half goat. Mr. Tumnus.
Oh, Mr. Tumnus!
Yeah.
Oh, and then the guide. Yep.
Yeah.
No, I got that really wrong. I was on the right track with half horse.
You were on the right track, yeah. And I did kind of lead you
animals.
astray. I lead you astray a little bit with.
I reckon.
So you know what? For that, I'll take a drink.
We'll both take a drink.
Yeah. Cheers to that. Well, anyway, that's the quizzes for you. I'm still shocked that I mixed up centaur and satyr.
Yeah.
Satyr.
I'm just as shocked as you. You dropped the ball this time.
Guys, I'm handing in my resignation.
In the next episode, it will just be me.
Yeah.
And I don't know what we'll talk about.
The myths we'll talk about are the ghost stories in New Zealand. Right, so let's get into the story aspect of this. It all starts. The beginning of the story starts in a castle with King Midas. You know,
what does the castle look like?
So you know when you know Barbie in the Diamond Castle?
Yes.
That's the castle.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Visualizing it. Yes.
Yeah. Or in some cases it is seen to be the one in Barbie and Pegasus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah. That's when you're picturing the castle in the story, that's what it looks like.
Pink. And
the beautiful rose gardens. They look like what they're described as in A Court of Thorns and Roses.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how they look. Beautiful. Big, luscious, you know.
Bountiful.
Yeah. Full of roses.
Yeah, very floral. Plural.
Oh, plural. It's like very plural. Okay.
Fleur.
Very plural of the garden. It's not a garden, it's gardens.
Yeah.
You know? It's roses.
It's the plural. Not just one.
But King Midas was, you know, roaming around the gardens, looking at his beautiful Barbie in the diamond castle. And he looks down and he sees a satyr.
Mm-hmm. A little goat man.
Out. Yeah, half human, half goat man.
Mr. Thomas.
Yeah, it was Mr. Thomas lying on the ground. Mr. Thomas had one too many Turkish delights.
Oh, yeah.
And was passed out on the ground.
I can so picture it.
Had this little scarf on and everything.
Yeah,
like.
that's what I was thinking.
And he's like, oh my god. He looks at him and King Midas, like, he's not a bad guy, but he's like not great. You know, he's just like
average.
Average dude. Just a standard guy.
Just average old man.
Yeah. Just, you know, the
average
standard
bloke.
Yeah. But when he saw this, you know, satyr on the ground, he made a connection between him and good old mate Daddy D. He was like, yeah, this guy's connected to the gods. I can't piss the gods off because we all know the gods are assholes.
Good call.
Yeah, they are big assholes.
Smart man. So far.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So far is a good call.
Yeah.
So he you know, brings him back to life and basically hosts him and says, look, you can stay here as long as you like. You're a guest here. Like, do what you must. You're more than welcome. And so this guy does. He just hangs out. He stays around for a few nights. He's just, you know, he's in full recovery mode because he was fucking goners. Like, he hit the wine way too hard.
Oh, no. We all know what that's like. Oh,
yeah.
It's bad.
Can't remember the last 3 nights. So he's like, look, I need a detox.
Yeah.
He's doing dry January.
Yeah.
And so that's what he does. And after he recovers from his full, you know, piss up, he goes, King Midas escorts him back to Dionysus and is like, here you are. I looked after this man's. You're welcome.
No biggie, bro.
No biggie. But he stayed at my diamond castle. And I'm really set on this diamond castle. Like, you know. But it's so funny to me picturing like King Midas in Barbie's diamond castle.
I'm like picturing like a kind of the king. He always wears his crown and it looks so like tacky.
Yeah.
And he's like got like a little bit of a beard.
Yeah.
And he's a little bit shorter.
Yeah.
A bit rounder.
Yeah.
And he's just like a little bit more gluttonous. But he's just like, oh, there's this thing. The gods. Rush this thing back to my castle, and yeah, then it's like, I looked after him.
This
man.
It's yeah.
I can't pronounce it.
He's not a woman. He's not an object.
Did I say that?
Just joking.
No, it does not.
I'm just joking.
You better be.
So anyway, old mate Midas takes him back to Daddy D and is like, here you go. I looked after him, you know, and Dionysus. I nearly stopped myself to be like, no, Daddy D. No, can't call him Dionysus. It's Daddy D. But Daddy D is so grateful. We find out the friend's name is Silenus.
Mm-hmm.
Silenus. Known to be full of wisdom, apparently. But if he's known to be full of wisdom, he wouldn't be passed out in a garden.
Yeah, you'd think he would know better.
Yeah, so I'm not sure about that. That's debatable.
Yes, it's suspicious.
That's suspicious.
Unless he was drunk.
Maybe. True. The wisdom goes out down the fucking toilet when you drink wine.
Dim what?
Down the toilet.
Dim goes.
Wisdom. Wisdom goes down the toilet. As you can tell, I'm a prime example of that right now.
Dim goes, and I was like, oh, is that something I just don't know?
It was like, who's Dim? Where did he go?
And what is this a ritual? Like, do you have to do this every time you drink wine?
Yes.
Dim goes down the toilet?
Yeah, Chuck Dim goes down the toilet.
Anyway.
So he's eternally grateful. He's like, yo, like, what can I do for you? You, like, help my friend out. He's all good. I thought he was fucking dead. I haven't seen this dude in, like, 3 days. I thought he was goners. And Midas, who's, like, a greedy little bastard. That's why he's an average man. You know, he's just greedy. He was like, I would love if everything I touched turned to gold. If you could give me that power to, like, turn everything I touch into gold. Because I just love gold. I love it.
So he's like a bit of a greedy guy.
Yeah. Yeah. So, of course, Dionysus was like, sure, bro, like, easy. Easy peasy. Yeah.
Done.
He just went, boop. Touch the hand.
Bippity boppity boop.
And that's where Cinderella's inspiration came from.
Yeah, yeah.
And then he was like, whoa, gold.
Wow. I've got the magic in me.
That's actually the Pitch Perfect fucking team came out and started singing it.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. Wow. I got the every time.
Now I'm like really crying.
No, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
like, to a T. That's exactly what happened.
It's like the guy with the glasses. That's all I'm seeing.
I got the magic.
And it's like it's that magic man, eh? It's the guy who does like the magic, and he's like,
and it was actually him that blessed it. He came out. He's like, I got the magic in me, and touches his hand, and then he walks back, and he's like, every time you touch something, it turns into gold.
And yeah, and all the rebels are going, wow, wow.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. Oh my god.
Alrighty.
So that happens. The rebels go back to university because that's their gig up, you know. So at first, like, Midas was so happy on his way home. He's like touching all the soil, touching the trees, all like the branches, the leaves, everything was turning into gold, and he's like, yo, I'm gonna be fucking rich.
But isn't he already rich if he's a king?
Apparently not.
He just wanted to be richer.
Yeah, he just wants to be richer.
Like Elon Musk.
He's like any guy in Bitcoin.
Yeah. He just wants to be the next Jeff. Well, yeah. He wanted to be the first Jeff because it was way back when.
But yeah, he was like touching everything and it turned to gold. He was like, oh my god, I love this. He was like rich as fuck. And so, you know, it was going, he would like, yeah, just everything he touched turned to gold. His pillars, his diamond castle turned into a gold castle. Yeah, because he just was like touch, like that.
Could you imagine like trying to sleep and you touch your blanket and it just turns to gold?
Who would imagine that?
You turn like, what if you touch water? Will it turn to gold?
Girl, you beat me to it, because he soon realized
that there's a problem.
It's literally like, yeah. Okay, I was just thinking, do you know what was going through my brain as I was like saying the castle turned to gold? You know, I've got Barbie on my brain. You know Barbie and Rapunzel?
Yeah.
When she does the dress and it like comes up and it's sparkly and it goes
like all the little glittery things?
Yeah. That's what I imagine as the castle.
Yeah, like kind of like, it kind of like grows up.
Yeah. Like, yeah. So Sorry, that was all that was going in my brain. Yeah. And like, instead of, no, that's 12 Dancing Princesses, isn't it?
I thought that was also in Rapunzel. Oh, girl. But I think you might be right. Yeah, because when they're dancing on the... Yeah.
Anyway, I need to stop thinking about Barbie. I'm going to watch it tonight.
So
I
good.
I
was thinking I'm going to watch it too.
I'm going to watch it now. But yeah, he was so happy about it at first. And then he got to dinner and he realized he couldn't eat anything because everything he's eating was turning to gold. He tried to drink, it would turn to gold. He literally could not do anything.
There's a problem.
Yeah, he went to bed and he pulled his blanket back and the whole thing turned to gold. He had this beautiful, comfortable bed and gone.
Yeah, couldn't touch it.
Yeah. But the one thing that changed everything for him was when he went to hug his daughter. And he touched his daughter.
And she turned to gold.
She turned to gold. So he literally turned his daughter into gold.
Murder.
That's murder?
That's murder.
That's straight up murder.
He turned into gold? Murder. Could you imagine if you've got like an enemy and you just hug them and you just sell them?
Kill them with kindness.
Yeah. Yeah, literally.
Literally kill them with kindness.
Yeah.
So, and then pass them on to the family. Actually, no, because you don't want their family to get rich if you've got an enemy.
No, you just sell them.
Is that slavery or is that murder?
I think that might be trafficking.
Maybe a bit of both.
Murder?
Murder.
It's murder. Alright.
So, grief-stricken, he went back to Dionysus and was like, please, I cannot have this anymore. Like, this is killing... It's not fun anymore.
Unbearable.
It's unpractical. It's unbearable. It's like, every you can think of, it is that. So, Dionysus was like, well, I can't do it for you personally now because I sent the rebels back to university.
Back. That's so good. You were just so casual with it. That's so funny.
I actually think their name's the Trebles.
Oh, that's it. I was thinking of Rebel Wilson.
Yeah.
Sorry, Rebel Wilson.
No, sent the Trebles back to university. So he was like, but you know what? I have heard there's a river that you can go to, and if you put your hands in it and everything you've touched that you want to not be gold anymore into it, then it like washes it away. And it's called the river Pactolus, which he went there, took his daughter down, washed his hands, washed her in it, and it all washed away. And that river was filled with gold in real life.
What?
And that's the story of how that river was filled with gold. Like, in real life, people, like, found gold in the river.
Oh, because he washed
his daughter and his hands in it, and all the gold went through the river.
But did he even lose that power?
Yes.
Oh,
because it all went in the river.
Oh.
And his daughter came back to life because all the gold washed off into the river. And
she survived.
Yeah.
Oh.
And he survived, and, you know, was all happy as Larry. Now, that's where the story ends usually. But there was like a little extra that I found that I loved that I need to tell you. So after that, he was traumatized by it because he's like, oh my god, I nearly killed my daughter.
Yeah.
So he was like, fuck this. I don't want to be king anymore. I'm going to be a farmer. So he moves to like the countryside and starts worshipping the god of shepherds and flocks, which is Pan. Not Peter Pan, just Pan.
Pan. We talked about Pan before, haven't we? I think so.
Maybe. One day, while he's there, Pan is playing music, and he claims that his music is better than Apollo's, who's like the literal god of music.
Yeah.
And Apollo hears it, because the gods hear everything apparently, and Apollo's like, hang on.
Wait a minute.
Wait.
I was just thinking that. I love you, I love you.
Wait. You're a fucking little liar.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah.
talking as intense though. It's more like, wait, you're a dirty little liar. Wait,
I am better than you.
Exactly. So of course Apollo is like, absolutely not. Comes down, talks to Pan, and is like, let's. Speaking of Pitch Perfect, let's have a riff off. And like, please. And Midas is appointed as the judge, and so they have a little riff off, rip with the trebles, and Midas, who's like worshipping Pan, is like, you know what? I think I like Pan's music better, to be honest.
Oh,
dumb, stupid.
Was once a wise man, now a fool.
Dumb.
That's pretty foolish.
Pretty foolish. But that's why he's just an average man, because he's fucking dumb. I'd say no offense, but
he started off wise.
I hope to cause offense.
He made a mistake. He learned from his mistake, and then he made an even worse mistake.
Yeah, a bigger one. And so, sorry, we've got a special guest. Hi, baby. He's Millie. And so Apollo goes, you must have the ears of an ass. And so he turns his ears into donkey ears.
Like,
yeah.
Because they're huge.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Because he was like, you've got no taste. Beep. I wish I could do that to people.
Instead of like, you got the magic. It's like,
you got the ass ears on you.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So, of course, Midas is like, what the fuck? He's like, I don't want ass ears. But he's been cursed with them, so he hides it under his turban. But, you can't, like, your hair will always grow, so you can't hide it forever. So he has to go to the barber and, get his hair cut. And he tells the barber, he's like, you cannot tell anyone. Like, this is our secret. No one can know that I've got ass ears. And the barber swears to, like, the secrecy of it. He's like, yeah, no, I agree. Like, I won't say anything. But, it's funny as fuck. Like, imagine having ass ears.
Yeah. But like, oh yeah, so what kind of client were you getting a haircut? So have you had any like really weird clients in at all? Oh yeah, I have a guy that comes in regularly with ass ears.
Yeah. Why would you not want to tell that? And it's so juicy. He's like, the barber's like, oh my god, I can't contain myself.
And he's the old king.
Yeah. He's like a known guy. He's like, oh my god, I can't contain myself. There was no like demo, if you've seen that back in the day. Demo? That's like the celebrity gossip website. There was none of that back in the day.
Oh yeah.
So he like, I can't remember if it's Demo or something else, but like that one.
It's like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
So he runs into the middle of a field, digs himself a little hole, and he just like screams into it, King Midas has ass ears! Screams into the hole. I mean, they didn't have like secret diaries those days, so that's like so fair. That's valid. That's so valid. You couldn't write it in your secret diary with a padlock. You couldn't send it into the
You could have just
set
it underwater. Dunk your head in water.
True, could have. But no, he did it in a hole, and then he dug it up and buried it. But of course, you can't keep a secret like that. There's no way. And the secret was so juicy, it was a seed of life apparently, because reeds grew from it. And a bunch of reeds grew, and they started singing, King Midas has ass ears.
I was a little bit confused of where you were going with that, but then I remembered he screamed into the dirt. The fact that it grew.
Yeah, and started singing. I sang it like the Naked Brothers band song. I just realised. King Midas, then what is? King Midas has ass ears. King Midas has ass ears.
Yeah.
So
it's so good.
And then everyone found out the secret. And that is the story of King Midas. And how everything he touched turned to gold.
And then he ended with ass ears.
Yeah. Ass for ears. Ass for ears? No, that's not right.
Could you imagine? Just like butt cheeks? I think that'd be worse.
Yeah, that's way worse. But oh my god. So yeah, if you learn anything from the story is that everything is not what it seems.
Yeah.
When you can get what you want by the simplest of means. Be careful what you wish with the balance of things, because everything is not what it seems.
I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that just came to my head.
So original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't crazy. Just like
crazy. You're just creative.
Yeah. I'm just like, I'm so wise, so smart.
You're like
just
a wizard.
Came to me. So yeah, that is the story of King Midas. Now you know.
Yeah.
You're like, did I need to know?
Yeah, it kind of. When you could like to make things turn to gold, I knew it was a big mistake.
Yeah. It's like genies, right? Like you just know.
Yeah.
There's always going to be consequences to it. You can't have anything that easy.
Exactly.
So.
Exactly.
So yeah. But now every time you hear someone say, "Oh, everything they touch turns to gold," or like if you hear the song, you can be like, "I know where that's from now."
Yeah.
And it's one of my new favorite stories now, purely because of the ass ears thing. Like
That's
I did not know that was
nice.
part of
That's
it.
a nice touch,
right? It's funny. I liked it. So
yeah, it was quite sad about his daughter though.
But she's okay now.
She's okay.
She made it out, and now she runs Barbie's Diamond Castle.
So he dropped down from the king, but she's still a princess.
Yeah. No, she's queen now. Surely
Queen.
she's queen.
Oh yeah, because you can't really drop out of being a king, can you? You can't drop
You
out.
can't drop. I know Prince Harry did it. Oh, but
He's a prince.
There actually was a king in England that did that.
Oh, they can step down.
Yeah, but not
And
then.
then the next in line.
The next in line will take place.
Next in line will take the throne.
Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the story. I love the story, so I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed it.
Yeah, it was interesting.
So no. No, I'm kidding.
I just like how the Treble makers made it into the story.
Yeah.
I think that's a really nice touch. It made it a bit more in our century. Yeah.
And Barbie.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
This tale has Barbie, Treble makers, gold, you know, ass ears.
And the Naked Brothers band song.
Yeah. So, as we bid you adieu, you can hear the song of the reeds singing to you. Well,
ciao.
Enjoy yourself. Until next time.
That's better. That's a bit of...
Yeah.